Black Clover is back, and yeah, Yuno has definitely been training. Because he's just an offensive mage at this point. He's also now a support mage, which is just absurd. All he has to do is learn healing magic, and he'll just be like a god. But let's start from the beginning. So Lucius is mocking Yuno, saying that he isn't enough to stop them, which makes perfect sense because he isn't just fighting against Lucius. It's an entire army of angels, and the angels start obliterating the Magic Knights. And nothing the Magic Knights do even phase these things. It's completely one-sided at this point. So Morris explains why they all look exactly the same and why they all seem to be the exact same person. The reason for this is because he used his body morphing magic on all of them. Apparently, these were people who rebelled against Lucius, or were people that Lucius considered to be criminals, or whatever. Basically, any undesirable. He used Moors to turn them into his personal army for policing the world. We still don't know how much devil power they were granted. All we know is that these were just random people that Lucius apparently hated and didn't want to turn into full-fledged paladins with wills of their own. The Magic Knights start to lose hope and they start to just give up, realizing that there's really nothing they can do to even fight back. They basically see death and that is all. Ambergard tries to encourage them to keep fighting, but they just aren't listening. They don't care. They've lost all hope. One of the few people who still have the will to fight is Soul, actually. She charges in on her Earth Golem, tries to attack one of the angels. It fires a beam and their attacks collide. The fist of the golem and the beam, and they seem to cancel each other out. The other Magic Knights start to freak out about this because it doesn't make sense that Soul all of a sudden got stronger. It's all because of a new spell from Yuno called Neverland, where he covers the entire country in a mana zone, where it buffs his allies and decreases his enemies. And this buff is extreme because these people weren't doing anything to these angels, and all of a sudden they can fight on par with them. But once again, it's a mana zone that covers the entire country. Fucking absurd. I can't wait for some fan to color this panel because this is the most gorgeous panel I've seen in a long time. I want a colored version of it. This, of course, gives the Magic Knights hope to fight back. Funny thing is that they don't expect to survive this battle. They were basically saying they were gonna die without being able to fight, but now they're gonna be able to fight and die. So they basically expect they're not making it out of this battle, but at least they have the ability to take the enemy out with them. They're no longer trying to fight to win. At this point, they're fighting to protect, well, everyone else. Lucius teleports behind Yuno and uses his chronosphere on him. The chronosphere obviously ages his enemies to the point of, death. But in Neverland, apparently, time doesn't exist. Lucius basically says that Yuno is his basic counter and declares him his rival. And of course, Yuno is not having that. Like, no, Yuno has one rival, and it's actually pisses him off. even to even suggests that him and Lucius are somehow on the same page. And Yuno responds to that insult by trying to cut off his head. He did cut off one of his antlers, but the paladins have like super regen, so I don't imagine that's gonna be much. I guarantee in the next chapter, it's already gonna be grown back. This does make me wonder, how is Lucius gonna fight, now that his time magic doesn't work? I guess he can go full brute force, and he does still have his soul magic, but other than altering other people's souls, I don't actually know what it does. Probably gonna do some real trippy stuff. Either that, or he might have a piece of every other Supreme Devil inside of him, in which case he's probably gonna use gravity magic and all kinds of crazy shit. That would be pretty cool. Lucius just activates the power of like every single Supreme Devil to fight against Yuno. In fact, now that I thought of it, that is officially my theory. In 2 weeks, when the chapter comes out, Lucius is just gonna unload every single Supreme Devil ability that he has. Like, every single one. He didn't just give them to his paladins, no. He kept part of it for himself. Alright, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you can enjoy more Black Clover and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.